guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wasn't gonna vlog today, but when I came home from the gym, I saw that my sourdough starter finally doubled in size. Look at this. Look at that. The paper towel stuck. It's all the way up here and it was down here this morning. It wasn't rising for like the last week and a half, and what I changed was I started doing 3/4 cup of bread flour and 1/2 cup of water. I started doing that 2 days ago and now it's doubling in size, and I fed it at 8 o'clock, so it's only been 4 hours. So I'm gonna bake with it today. Oh, I'm not gonna bake, I'm just gonna get it all ready to bake tomorrow. So I'm going to show you guys that. So happy that this finally doubled, because I've been wanting to bake. I've been doing this I think for like almost 3 weeks, and doing the 3/4 cup bread flour and 1/2 cup of water is really what made such a big difference. And I mean, it's crazy. It smells like sourdough. I'm so happy. Sorry about that. I was just on the phone for 30 minutes fixing my internet, but it's fixed now, so we are going to get back to the sourdough. I just want to show you guys the recipe that I'm going to be following. The recipe that I'm following is from TikTok. It is Alicia Lee. This is, I don't know if you can see it, Alicia Lee on TikTok. I am going to be following her recipe this time. It is 1 cup starter, 1 1/4 cup of filtered water, 3 cups bread flour. So if you guys want to follow the recipe that I'm doing right now, just go to her TikTok and you can get it there. But I'm gonna get started on this. And I like this one because she gives the timestamp so you can see how long it's gonna take. Like, she started at 12 and I'm starting at 1. So just an hour behind. I have my bowl here, and then I'm going to add a cup of my starter. This will come out really thick. Whoa, overflow, overflow, overflow. Shit. So I'm gonna add a cup. This. Now I'm going to add a cup and a quarter, 1 1/4 cup of filtered water. Okay, and now 3 cups of bread flour. Now you're just gonna mix all of this up. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt. Now I'm just going to mix all of this together. Use my hands. And then you want to knead it for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so once you're done kneading it, you're gonna put it back in the bowl. Now we're gonna let it sit for an hour to rise, and I'm gonna cover it with one of these flour sacks. I got this from Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. So you just cover it and then let it sit for an hour, and then after that you start the stretch and folds, which you do every 30 minutes 4 times. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit. And I like to put stuff in the microwave because my house is kind of cold. I just think everything rises better when I put it in the microwave. Well, I don't think, I know. I've seen a difference. So I'm just gonna put this in the microwave for an hour. I'm about to do stretch and fold number 4, and then after this you're going to put the flour sack on top of it and let it sit for 2 hours before you laminate and shape it, and then put it in the fridge for overnight. And before you start your stretch and folds, make sure to wet your hands so the dough doesn't stick. You just want to stretch. This helps the gluten form. Let's go like this. And then I'm gonna let it sit for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours, so now I'm gonna go ahead and shape the dough. Put some flour on the surface. You want to make it into a rectangle. Just want to stretch it. And then fold it into thirds and roll it up like this. Now I'm going to put it into the Banneton and let it sit overnight. Alright guys, it is now 1 o'clock. I got back from the gym and then I put him down for a nap, and I put my son down for a nap, and it literally took me like an hour to get him down. So it's 1 o'clock now and it's a little bit later than what I wanted to bake, but I am going to get started. So the first thing you do is preheat your oven to 450 degrees, and while it's preheating you put the Dutch oven in the oven for 45 minutes, and then, hold on, I have to check what to do next. And I think I'm gonna get another one ready after I do this one and put it in the oven to preheat, because my starter's doubled again, which is great. So you preheat the oven to 500 degrees for 45 minutes, score, loaf, and bake at 450 for 25 minutes, remove lid, and bake for an additional 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven and then start scoring. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the oven, get my other bread ready, and then score the bread so it's not just sitting out. And we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully it comes out good, because like I said before, I don't think my starters were ready when I was baking before. I only made one, and then the other one I left it out all night long and didn't put in the fridge, so it was just trash. But the first one I made, I don't think that the starter was ready, so hopefully this one, it turns out good. And I also saw that the longer you leave the bread in the fridge for, the more sour it gets, but you don't want to leave it for more than 36 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. Also, whenever I'm baking, I like to put a baking sheet under the pan, or in this case, the Dutch oven, just so the bottom of the bread doesn't burn. And I noticed that that helps a lot. My oven just started saying fill and flashing and beeping. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it works, because of course this would happen. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my other bread. I'm not going to show that since I already showed me doing this one, but I'm going to show you guys once it's done and me scoring it. I'm not the best when it comes to scoring, so we'll see how it comes out. Also, the marker that I put on these to know which one I used to bake this one with went away. Actually, no, I changed the jars this morning. I totally forgot. So I'm not sure which one I used, but I think they both doubled. I don't know if I should just wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if it's, it might be, let me see this one. No, this one's definitely not ready yet because it's not that bubbly. Okay, maybe I'll just wait until tomorrow to bake another one and give these, I mean, they definitely doubled, so I could bake with them, but I don't know which one I used today. I really need to start paying attention to that. That's what happened with the whole wheat flour that I did. I did it in my last video. I had 2 starters, and then, no, I had 1 starter, and then I started a new one with the whole wheat flour to see if it made a difference, but I'm so dumb, I didn't label it. So I have no idea which one's the whole wheat flour. But ever since I did the trick that I told you guys about with the, what is it, 3/4 cup flour? I think it's 3-4 cups. I do 12 tablespoons and then half a cup of water. Both of them have been thriving, so that was definitely the trick for me. And like I said, I also keep them in the microwave. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of flour on top to help with the scoring. It makes the design look better. All right, hopefully this goes good.
Okay, that's doable.
Fudge. Oh my gosh, it looks so bad. Whatever. And then this is embarrassing. Whatever. Hopefully it tastes good. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in the Dutch oven and bake for 25 minutes. And then take the lid off and bake for 15.
Like, nobody said anything mean to you.
May Elijah try?